I don't know if we make people the way that Hamilton Southam was made. He had such a deep appreciation of the arts. He was so well read. He was a bit of a fashion icon, if you will, in Ottawa. So there was so much about him that was interesting to me. My favorite story from 2017 is a story about Hamilton Southam. He founded the National Arts Centre. He had a distinguished career as a diplomat and a war hero, but it was his founding of the NAC that it was felt that Hamilton Southam really gave the city of Ottawa a heart. And so writing about his life was really fun, but then also writing about it in the context of the year in which the NAC opened this fabulous new renovation was just really special. So the NAC was founded in 1969, and it was actually like a federal government project connected to the centennial, so the 100th anniversary. And so the federal government decided to invest a bit in the 150th, and the facility is now open, but you know, when the NAC's 50th anniversary comes in 2019, it'll be sort of special. And I think you know, the NAC was built in the 60s during the Cold War, and so it had this sort of like bomb shelter sort of look to it. It looked away from the street, and it was perfect for its time, and I think the architecture is beautiful, even the brutalistic style that it was built in. But what happened now is that we've got a different time, if you will, and so it's so beautiful that it has this Elgin Street entrance with this gorgeous lantern and so much glass, and it just really invites the public into the space. Other than the fact that I am a patron of the NAC, I think the real backstory is that when I was a citizen intern in the summer of 2008, so my very first summer at the Ottawa Citizen, I was assigned the task of covering Hamilton Southam's funeral, which took place at St. Bart's in Rockcliffe. It was a very fancy funeral. There were many dignitaries there, and I was a fairly nervous intern who was feeling a bit overwhelmed, and I remember that an editor said very sternly, "Don't mess this up." So I felt like there was a lot of pressure, and so I guess since then I've always been sort of, I've had a soft spot for Hamilton Southam, and so in writing this recent piece I had an opportunity to talk to Peter Herndorf, who is the president and CEO of the NAC, and about his memories of Hamilton Southam, but also to meet Hamilton's daughter Henrietta, who had great stories about her dad and showed me some pictures, and I was in her house, and his spirit was sort of there, and so I really enjoyed getting to know him. I feel like it's so fitting that the main hall in that building bears his name, Southam Hall, which for him I think was a real a piece of personal pride. And for a long time, they don't do it anymore, but I love it. And they have this like voice recording of Hamilton Southam inviting people to take their seats with his like beautifully rich baritone where he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats in Southam Hall." And it's such a great thing that he does. And when you talk to people who work at the NAC and who have been there for a long time, they speak in such warmth about Hamilton Southam.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats in Southam Hall. Thank you.